Mugshot Salad. This is City Beauty lip oil. This one is sangria. If you know, you know. If you don't, good. Except you missed the live stream. Your troll here went from glowworm to mugshot salad. So we're going to use Natasha Denona bronze palette. And I realized that I have not done any dark looks or smoky looks. Not really smoky looks with this palette. So we're going to hang out with these over here and then like some other stuff. Because I have an idea for this palette and for Bloom. But we're going to see if it plays out that way or not. So yeah, so we'll talk about that when we do our swatch party live stream thing. The eyes are primed. I do have on a Fenty eyeshadow primer. I have on MAC's Groundwork Paint Pot, and it looked like it's creasing a little bit, which is probably from the primer. So we're just going to take a little bit more, and then we're just going to jump right into this look, because I see like a space right here in the actual crease. And I don't have problems with Natasha shadows. And so if something is funky, it's the base. So let's get into this look. I feel like I'm starting to sweat. And I do want to spray my face, but then it's also going to be on my eyes. My fingers are funny. So we're going to start. I don't have a plan, except I do want to use these two. And we are going to do this is the fifth look. The next look, we're going to focus on deep dive, but I think we're going to use both of these. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to stay right here. Yeah, this little quad. And she does her palettes that way. And even this would be a nice look. This diagonal right here would be cute. If you want monochromatic, as if the whole palette isn't minus those two, you can come down this way. This is a nice little quad. This is a nice quad. This is a nice quad. You know what? There's a lot of looks in this palette. And I'm looking at it now, and my first thought would be, oh, you just do all the quads. But then y'all know even when I say that, I end up doing more. Like me just using 4 shadows? What? So, oh, you know what? Let me do the intro. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self and starting videos like mugshot salad. Like just being who you are. And if you're, different, that's fine. We're different here. Now we're going to take, I kind of want to take something else before we go into Rhodium. This was True Bronze. We are going to take... we're going to take a little bit of Bliss. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Wear whatever brand, whatever tool, whatever technique you want to use to get your makeup on in a way that you're satisfied with it. And I know that came out like very backwards from how I normally say it when I am just like on autopilot. But for some reason today I'm thinking, you know what, there's a situation that's happening, and I'm trying to figure out which way it's going to go. Does this have a shift? That's this shade. Let me get the glare off. This shade. Interesting. Now we're going to take Rhodium. This shade right here. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation. How far did I take that out? Oh, to right about here. Y'all, I am like all over the place. The bottom line here is we're about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features. Enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Like, just know that you're enough the way you are. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's the bottom line here. Just accept who you are, be who you are, wear whatever you want to wear, and know that you are rocking it. And so that, in a nutshell, is what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. And I hope that resonates with you, even though it was kind of backwards. If I was somebody else, I would edit that whole thing out and do it over. But y'all know I don't scrap videos because how I am is how I am. How it comes out is how it comes out. So, And that's part of just owning who you are and knowing that you're fine. Some people appreciate the authenticity, and some people are like, girl, why'd you post that video? Because it's me. Just like I showed y'all glowworm and mugshot salad. Like, I'm going to show y'all what it is. And, yeah, that was kind of crazy, though. Lighting is everything, y'all. I thought to do a transition shade. This is a brush that had bliss on it. And what was I going to say? Yo, I got so many thoughts rolling around in my mind right now. And it's not that bad stuff is happening. It's just like a lot of stuff. And the way my mind works is I want to understand things. And so I do think about things, not overly so. And what happens is when I try not to think about something, it'll work for a few seconds, but then it'll just keep coming back and rolling around because my mind wants to understand. And so that's what's happening now. I am sweating. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Not like a glowworm, though. I don't know why I'm feeling singy today, knowing that my voice is going in and out. Dare I say this is different than looks I've done so far with this? This had rhodium on it. Because I thought it was going to be a little bit darker, but then it's not a dark purple. I feel like I'm acting weird. I probably am. I am weird, y'all. If you're new here, this is me. Now we're going to take deep dive. This is a creamy matte. I can tell by how it's performing and by how it's looking when I swipe the brush in it. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, part of the intro I forgot. There's two things to know about me if you're new here. One, I curse because I curse. Two is there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And that was a hiccup and a belch. And it was like, wait for it, because I felt it coming. So excuse me for that. I do try to be aware of it to say excuse me, because even for a droll, like that's just not good behavior. Yeah. I had my regular breakfast today. If you've been here, you know what that is. And then I had a bagel with cream cheese and water. That's all I had today so far. I meant to take out a protein out the freezer last night. Well, this morning, actually, before I went to sleep, because I'm nocturnal, for dinner tonight. But, well, lunch rather. Oh, that's nice and deep. That side ain't deep. Well, you know, it's a different shape. So let's just fill this in. I think I'm just going to quick thaw salmon and have salmon and rice. Do y'all say salmon or salmon? Because I pronounce it salmon. I was raised hearing it called salmon. But where's the L? Or is the L silent? And I know with the English language, like a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. The I before E except after C and silent letters and PH is an F sound. Like so. And sometimes it depends on where you're from. Like whether you say like coupon or coupon. So when people say coupon, it's like it's a Q, but it's not. It's a C-O. So some places say coupon. And when somebody brought that to my attention, I started just saying coupon because that is how it's spelled. But I think some of it is regional because somebody asked, you know, what part of the United States I was in. And I said, you know, northeast, but not northeast. And they were like, oh, okay, because certain places they say it different. And I'm like, oh. And then when I thought about it, I'm like, let me just say it how it's spelled. But for everything, we can't do that because then it won't be what the word is. The way I took my eyeshadow up so high, it looks like I have color under my brow bone. And I don't think I meant to take it up that high. You know what it is? Because I'm just talking and I'm not paying attention. But I do like how it looks, though. I do. This side has this nice little point right there. And this side does not. And I keep trying to be aware of it to do it. But then when I try too hard, it gets away from me. And then it be looking like, girl, you should have left it the way it was. Okay. Yeah. Lower lash line. I want this darker. Because I do want it to look different than the other looks I've done. And they do look different if you are nuanced and if you like pick apart. Okay, well, yeah, this one is a little more bronze on the outer corner. This one is more golden in the center lid. But like, who want to do all that? At first glance, it's like, oh. But then as you look at it, because I'll be looking at them like, are there differences? And there are differences. Mustang. That's what it was. It was Mustang Sally. But she's mugshot now. We're going to we're going to do this lower lash line just because this is high degree. Y'all, I am sweating. It's like 71 in here, but it's like 50 outside. I need to open my balcony door. I did that yesterday for a few hours. And then once the sun goes down, it'll get really chilly in here. Which I'm okay with a tad chill in the air because then I wear, sweatpants, aloe socks, But I don't know why I didn't open it today. I like this under there. Oh, lower lash line and inner rims. We have NYX Vivid Rich Mechanical Eyeliner, and the shade is Smoke and Topaz. And I did look it up because sometimes I forget, like, is it an eyeliner or a lip liner? Because it just says Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner. And most of their eyeliners will say retractable eyeliner or matte lip liner or something. And I have it with my eyeliners, but for some reason today, I'm like, let me just double check again. And I know I've checked before. But, yeah, it doesn't say. It says liner. And some people do use lip liners for eye lining, and some people do use eyeliners for lip liners. Back in the day, before there were like black and brown lip liners, people were using eyeliners. POC people, as far as I know, were using, and also Hispanic people, they were using like black eyeliner or black eyeliner or brown eyeliner for lip liner because there wasn't anything dark enough. What do I want to take for underbrow? We're going to take this shade. I got an inch. Silk. Listen, y'all. I received a message, and I'm not even going to say where the message was from. And they said, we enjoy your content, and we love your personality, and we think you would be a great fit to work with us for some of our newer products that are coming out. Y'all, it was hair care products. And I read the message again because I'm like, and it wasn't one of them Amazon stores or, some random thing. So I was just like, did they really watch my content? And so I was able to pick. And so I'm looking at the offerings and I'm like, So I think I picked a hair glaze. And they have different colors you can use. And I said, let me just get a clear glaze because like maybe it'll make my hair shiny. But I don't know. So I ordered it. It'll be interesting for sure. And so I messaged them back saying I appreciate this opportunity to work with you. And I'm really curious to see how the hair glaze will work on my buzz cut. So in case they haven't seen it, they'll be like, oh shit, like she don't have much hair. So it kind of looks the same up here. I can see the shine like on the inner part, and over here, maybe it's just the lighting. And we know lighting is everything. I'm like, that was me like on my worst day. And with the lighting, though, that's how I look. So I'm just like, ew. And I did so much to my face that day. So I'm just like, why? We're going to take... Am I going to do another video after this? Excuse me. Like, am I going to attach another video? I think we are going to put another clip to this video. So we're going to put on Max Fluid Line and Dip Down is a brown on our upper lash line. We are going to finish the face. I don't know what lip we're going to use, but I think I'm going to be simple. I might just put, that'll brighten up the look if I do that, which is fine, even though I want a dark look. Right now we're going to use Kaboom. And we're just going to put that over top of the plumping oil from City Beauty. So we'll be back and the face will be done. Okay, so this is for the daytime. We did put on Kaboom. We use these two for the eyes. House Lab stuff for the face. Fenty setting powder. This lip is for the daytime. So let's take a picture. Another one. Another one. And we're going to take one with the palette. So here we go with that. All right, y'all. I'm going to show you at nighttime. So where's my thing at? We'll be right back. And this is for nighttime. Y'all know we had to do it. So you got options. You got options. There's always options. So let's take pictures again. 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 And then with the palette. I don't know why I said and with the. I'm tripping. So get the glares off. So here we go. Thank you for bearing with me with that. I always, when I hear myself say that, I say bearing funny because it usually comes out, thank you for bearing with me. I'm like, bearing. So I accentuated this time. Thank you for bearing with me, taking pictures. Yeah, so the first lip was just Kaboom from Fenty. Took that off and put on a black. This is MAC. And black. This is MAC. Okay, I'm silly. We're going to go, y'all. Hang tight and you'll see another look with this palette. And we are going to attach it to this clip. And I want to do this all over the lid. But I kind of still just want like just a little something in a corner. And of course, we'll probably do brow bone. But I do. So I'm trying to see what's dark in here. Like that's not. Because I'm trying to see what would go with that and not look like what? Ooh, I haven't done a halo look with this palette, I don't think. But that wouldn't work with a halo because I do the second to the lightest shade out here. And there is no second to the lightest. Because as you see, this is that shade. So that's not really dark either. But we'll figure something out. So hang tight. And lots of stuff down below. Information, codes, links, all that good stuff. And you will see me in a few moments. Actually, it'll be like a second. Actually, it'll be like right now. Thank you for continuing to hang out with me. This is the City Beauty Plumping Lip Oil Sangria. I am not opening up the other one because the PAO is 6 months. And I know from the night oil, even if I use it once a day, it does run out close to 6 months. What is this? March 1st. And there's just a little bit left in there. And so I don't want to waste because this stuff is expensive. And even though I received it, I still don't want to waste it. We did the same to the eyes, Fenty eye primer, and then we put Groundwork on top of it. Same base face as earlier, except inner rims, matte color excess gel pencil eyeliner, and Sick Tap Bro. That is that color. And on our inner rims, we have one this color, and this one is Hellbent. So let's get to it. Do I need to pat out again? I think I'm good. I want to, and no, I didn't look at it first to like figure anything out. I did not. We used this one and this one in the last look. Do I want to go with Super Bright though? Let's take True Copper. You know what? I should have took Glooming because this is a little bit darker, but we're here now. So this is True Copper. Did we use True Copper? Did we use that in the first clip? I remember we used True Bronze. Was that the one? I do kind of wish I had used Glooming because that's darker than that one. And we're going dark for this look. So I'm really excited to like put all of these looks. This is look number 6 side by side. I did that with the first 4. And yes, there are minor differences as I mentioned in the first clip. But I just kind of want to see what else this palette can do. So now we're going to take Deep Dive. And this is Hourglass number 3 because we're going to put this all over the lid. I think I do want to take the Esom brush just so and look how it's blending out up top. You see this right here? So I am going to take an Esom brush just to make sure I'm getting close to the lash line. Y'all, this is nice. So you see what I'm saying? We're going to overlap right here because I'm not liking how this looks. I do like it now that we're overlapping. And because there's deep dive on the brush, you see it's making that first shade a little bit deeper where it blends. This is nice. I like this. Ooh. Okay, let me calm down. I like this, y'all. Maybe I don't need... Let's go back and forth with the tip of the brush and come down here where the lash line is. I think we actually got it. Y'all, and the way this blends out, I love this formula. The creamy mattes. And Bloom has quite a bit of creamy mattes. And so I'm excited for that. But we'll see what the color story says to me after we do the swatches. I'm realizing that even though that's not quite my color story, neither was I Need a Nude, which I really like. And I do think it's just because it is unique. Got eyelash in my eye to my collection. And that's something that I want, is for palettes to have a purpose, to not look... Yeah, a chunk of it fell off. It hit my nose and bounced. Is I want palettes to have a purpose and not look like something else, even though the beauty battles, I'm just like, oh, wow. So I do, look at that, y'all. Wow. Why is, one thing I will say, I was going to say, why is this flaky? But what I realized is that being a cream to powder, as it dries or whatever it does, or the formula, you know, it might be a little flaky. And I've only had this since November last year, so it's not old at all. November 2020. Oh wait, November 2020. Oh yeah, excuse me, y'all. 2024. This is 2025. March 1st, 2025. Yes, y'all. After that first look, I did wash that off, put on some additional moisturizer, all of that stuff, and so that's the only way I'm able to do 2 looks in one day, is if I wash off and then like put hours in between. And then I am able, but how people do a look, wipe it off, do another one, or even my eye swatches, my lids would not tolerate that at all. I'm looking at the distance between the shadow and my brow. We're going to feather this up. We did not add more on the brush. Yeah. Yo, I'm trying to think, have I seen anyone do a look with deep dive all over the lid? I'm sure somebody has, right? Like, tell me that you've seen somebody use deep dive all over the lid. Because I don't think I have, but it's like somebody had to, right? Now I'm wishing I had a black to put on the outer corner because nothing else is going to go there. So like, why am I leaving space? All right, let's come all the way over. This is when, oh Lord, this is when I should take that Esom brush. All right, we're going to put this brush down. Thankfully, though, I didn't powder down or anything. And so we can actually just fix that with, I do have like a little bit of smidge of foundation on my palette. So we're going to use that to clean this up, number one, and to clean up. This side is okay. This side, like, what the hell? Where was I going? I was running from that passport photo. Y'all, that lighting is everything. Even if I turn the main ring light off, this is how I look right now. But I still don't look like Mugshot Sally. Like, that was just crazy. Yeah, crazy. So this side is up to the brow. So let's bring this corner up. And I really should have switched brushes, but I didn't. And so here we are. I really should have. And we're still going at it. We're still going at it. Let me put that brush down. I want to see. I don't know if this is going to come off because I have foundation and stuff on. Nope, it is not coming off. We are definitely going to have to use foundation to clean that up. So we're going to take this brush This is an Esom brush. Esom V27. This is the newer one, has the black handle. What am I going to do out here? So I'm just pressing, and you can see the line where the where the bristles touch down. So I'm just trying to fill in that space. Just trying to fill it in. And we're going to do this up here. I'm having some issues here, as you can see. Using this brush, it is making it darker because it is applying more shadow. And I'm sure you can see the difference now between this and like right here. And so I'm just trying to get it somewhat consistent. And granted, I did blend it out up here. But, yeah, I might need a different brush if I do want to keep winging that out. Because it's skipping, because it's moving my skin. We're going to leave that just like that. There's a spot right here that I don't like. My neck. I am like really tilted at like a weird angle here. All right, we're going to leave that like that. Let's come over here. Let's see what we need to do. Bring this out further. Oh, that does look nice. And it is up to the brow. So let's do some feathering up here and bring some more color in here like we did on the other side. Excuse me. This is a really nice shade. I don't have a problem with the creamy matte formula or the cream. This is the cream to powder formula, but I can see why some people do, because this is a little bit of work here. Keep in mind, it was because I used the wrong shape brush for this area. So it's not the, that's nice. So it's not the formula, it was the brush. Now remember, I did say I should use, I probably said hourglass brush, but I meant an Esom brush. But I didn't. And so the color went too wide, and then I just kept going. I'd be doubling down sometimes when I shouldn't, but it's all a learning process, right? Right? Yeah. Y'all agree with me, right? Hope so. Hope so, or not. Don't make me get mugshot Sally after you. Yo, that looked like a straight mugshot. This side is nice, and I always do like this side better. Let's go up to the brow, because over here we're almost to the brow. So, wow, I like this side too. Like, this is sharp. Oh, I hit myself in the eye. This is coming. You know what, y'all? I like this. And I know sometimes I don't, or I'm like, ugh. But actually looking at them both, I like both sides, like equally. We're just going to put a little bit more color in here. And this is where I should take an even slimmer brush. I should be using either something like this or something like this. This is an Esom brush as well. That's the one I was thinking about when I said I should take a whatever type of brush I said. Y'all, this is nice. And they're almost the same. Are we going to put something under the brow? I think if I put something up there, it might look a little dusty. But let's just see. Because if it does, I can just put a shimmer on top of it. Even though I do like how this is looking though. But we're just going to put something light right up under the brow. Excuse me. I'm making rice and fish. And yeah, that's going to be for dinner. I'm going to put some queso in the rice. So it's sort of going to be like a salmon bowl. That's nice. I really like this. But this shade is a game changer for this palette, whether you put it all over the lid or just your outer corner. Like, it really is, because all right, lower lash line. Upper, under the brow. We're going to use alloy. You know what? Yeah, we're going to use alloy. And we're going to put that right up under the brow. We used silk in the last clip, I believe. But this does look like that. Like, this palette is a monochromatic-ish palette. That's pretty. That's pretty. I think so. Let me know what you think. But please do let me know if you've seen any videos where they had deep dive over the entire lid. Let me know that. Because I'm just like, I'm thinking somebody has had to have done that, right? Right? Lower lash line. We're going to keep it dark. We're going to take deep dive. And because of the texture of the shadow, we're going to swirl this brush. And, ooh, that showed up like right away real quick. Y'all, this, oh my gosh. If I wanted to punk this out, I would do a bright yellow eyeliner. Look at, damn, that's a nice dark shade. Fuck, that's nice. That is nice. And so you see from this, if you use a small concentrated or tapered brush, and you're seeing it when I use the smaller brush here, how it got darker, but then you see how it blends out too, because you see how it's dark here, and then it's almost a line, but it's not. It's just the way it blended. And so, oh man, this is a nice shade. That is nice. I'm seeing like a gap like right here. And that was there when I did my eyeliner. And I don't want to do too much because as you see, this shade can be flaky. So I don't want it to, that is nice. I don't want it to flake up in my eye. So we're gonna clean up. I'm gonna pat the face first because I'm sweaty again. So this is what's left on the palette. So this is like a little, yeah. I'm gonna put a little bit here first and then some here. So there's like a little dot like right there. So that's what we're gonna concentrate here. We're also gonna clean up some under here. And y'all know what? I thought to do my base face because the hell? That is not cleaning up. That is smearing it because it's chunks of the shadow. Oh my goodness. What the hell? All right, y'all know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna take some concealer. We're going to use Y10, which I do prefer Y11, but this is on top, so it's not going to oxidize. And so we are going to do NY11 because Y10 is lighter. And this might be too much because you only need a little bit of this. You only need a little bit. Yeah, but that didn't want to clean. Yo, them cream powders, y'all. They're like, you put this here. This is where we staying. We're going to take, actually, this Sephora brush that I haven't used in forever. And we are going to pat that. This was a good choice because it's angled. So I can just come right up against the liner line and out here. So we want to sharpen that up. Ooh, you can do that too. So... yeah, so this is NY11, and on top of foundation, it does not oxidize, but under foundation, it does. So we're going to do the same thing over here. There is something to using foundation or concealer to do the line, but y'all know I just be doing stuff, and I don't always want to do all the things, and I'm only doing it now because I needed to clean up, but this, I do like that though. But for me, another reason I don't always do that is because even though it's eyeshadow, I don't want to exaggerate the shape where it doesn't look like it would naturally look according to how I usually do my makeup. And this does not look like how I usually do my makeup. There is, this side is cool. This side, I'm going to pat it with my finger because I can see a line from, you know, I'm going up too high. Where's that brush? We're going to use this brush, and whatever's on the brush, we're going to, let's take the brush that had this one, that had rhodium, deep dive one. I was going to say rhodium, that's the one next to it. And we're just going to press in because I went over the line. I should have left it like it was. Damn it. Concealer brush. We're going to leave it. I still can see where I went over the line, but I don't want to keep messing with it. I say as I keep messing with it. Let me know if this is helpful to you, seeing the process. Because this is the part where I think most people would edit out. I'm just trying to do a straight line without crossing the line. Because like how this one is crisp, I'm struggling trying to do this side like that. I don't want to put more concealer. Just want to do a little bit, and it might be too much. With this, a little goes a long way. So the concealer brush, I was going to do, oh no, I was saying earlier, I am going to drink some Boathouse Farms later, because that'll give me my fruits and vegetables for the day. All right, this, I'm loving the shape of this side. Aside from the cleanup, I love the shape of this. This side seems shorter and it has a dip right here, but I don't want to keep messing with it. And this side also is coming further out. This side is shorter, this side is wider. This side is bomb, but you can only see one side at a time, right? So in that sense, we're doing good. We're going to, I think I'm gonna do a black lip again. I have a dark purple, of course, that I love. Well, we're going to do this because this will play off of that. I almost forgot like upper lash line. Does it matter? I'm going to do Max Paint Pot, the black one, but I don't think it's going to make a difference because it's so dark. So part of me is thinking do Contemplative State just to break it up. We're going to do Contemplative State. Excuse me. And when we come back, everything else will be done. This is this look, y'all. I'm loving the lip with the look. So we're monochromatic with the tone of the eyeshadow and the lip. So we put Contemplative State, MAC Paint Pot for a liner. And then I thought, because I tried to leave space, where I tried to do the liner above the bottom of Deep Dive, and it didn't work. So I went in with Inglot number 75 and we put that underneath. And this side I like just like this. This side, it has that swoosh thing. And y'all know I be posting stuff anyway. So, but I do like the double wing effect, and I did have trouble putting a straight line under here. It was a brush I used. I'm blaming it all on the brushes. We used the straight edge brush, and I should have used either an angled brush. I did not use this one. I did not use this one because this one, it came in the kit, but that's not why. Because this one is thicker than this. This is super thin. And then I thought to just use a brush like this one and just use the tip, but then I thought it would have turned out wider than this, because look how thin that is. And so I did the line, and this side was challenging because it's a swoosh. So I just doing a straight line, then I took the tip of it to come up under Contemplative State, so at least it would be consistent. And I did, you know, put some here and also some here. This side was easier to do a straight line, but I did take it out to the end of, or just a little bit past Contemplative State. And I do like that look because it looks like negative space. So this side, I'm digging. But we do stuff and we learn. We learn. So if you have a thought of, why does my lipstick look like that? If not that thought. If you have a thought of, I should use a different brush, use that different brush, because that's what happened with winging out shadow over here, and that's what happened with the eyeliner. So those are learning lessons, and that's why I keep stuff in, and that's why I tell y'all stuff that I forgot mascara. And so that's, I'm not going to put this on since we're almost done. That's why I leave stuff in and I talk to y'all and tell y'all stuff, because if we just watch videos and they're just posting the best of the best, or if they don't like a look, they scrap it and start over. Like, what are you learning? You know what I mean? And so, and also, if I have a thought, oh yeah, I should have did this instead of that, I'm going to tell you, because it may make sense or it may not. But it'll give you something to think about. And I do think it made sense. And that's my downfall. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I should use a different brush. Well, we're here now. We're just going to use what we have. And then after the fact, I'm like, yeah, I should have used that brush, y'all. This is that Esom mascara. Oh my goodness, I really like this. So that's this video. Let me know if you have this palette. If you don't, I'm sure you have the Color Story. As we saw from the Esom versus this palette, the Esom look was, I think it had more purple in it. And so the looks were not exact, but close enough, right? And I knew that when I got it, and that's one reason why I almost didn't get this. Number one, because it's monochromatic. And even before I purchased the Esom ones, I took a screenshot of the Esom palettes and a screenshot of the bronze palette and put them next to each other. And the Esom ones do give more variety, and of course, because it's not just one monochromatic palette. But I ended up getting it anyway. And I can say, this is my favorite look that I've done with this palette because it's dark. And it's a dark lip. And I think this just works. And again, with Deep Dive, you see how this looks here. You see how it looks on the lid, how it blends out into a thinner shade, but then with the detailed pointed brush, look how dark it gets, excuse me, underneath. And this is what we had underneath was a green, so it wasn't even a brown underneath. But yeah, I do like the palette, and this is one that I would travel with because no matter what I do, it's going to look right because it is a monochromatic palette. I just need to remember that this shade, I don't know why it's crumbly so far. I mean crumbly already, unless it's been just sitting in the factory for a while, because usually her cream to powder, they don't get crumbly on me until like close to 2 years. And I've only had this since November, December, January, February, it's March 1st. 4 months I've had this palette. And that is the only creamy matte in here. But this is this palette. Let's go ahead and do our pictures. This side. This side. Let's hold up the palette. But this was enjoyable to do because there was quite a few learning lessons. As far as if you have a thought to do something different, do something different. But then sometimes it works in reverse because I'm like, oh, I want to do this shade. No, let's do this one. That works out. But when it comes to brushes, and I'm thinking I should use this brush instead of that one, that has always come back to bite me in my chunky ass. But yeah, let me know what you think of this look, the other one, and if I remember and if I feel like it, I'll put a picture of the other 4 looks like over here somewhere, probably throughout the video, or maybe two at the end of the first clip, and then 2 more near the end of this clip, so you can just see the different looks that we've done. And I can say I do like the looks that I've done. This is my favorite. This is my vibe. And with this lip, and if I wanted to put a gloss on it, let's do that. This is from Notoriously Morbid. Came in their advent calendar box. All right, y'all. There's stuff popping up over here. Lots of information down below. Thank you for being here. As always, self-acceptance and self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.